Welcome to the Counter Press. This is the 10th of August here in Ghana, 6 p.m. Ghana time here in Kumasi. Weird stuff are happening in the transfer window, in the transfer market. Weird stuff. So just before we even get into the analysis, the things that have unfolded in the last 18, 19 hours should be the reason why you should know how to find information and be careful with the kind of information you consume. It is also a description of how the media is used in times like this. There are pro-journalists for clubs. There are journalists that necessarily don't agree to how certain clubs do their stuff. It's normal. So when Brighton want to curve a particular mindset or perception about how they do their things, they will go to their pro-journalist. If Chelsea want to put out some particular information, they'll go to their pro-journalist. So that's why it's important for information verification in the media. It's very, very important. Now, why do I say this? I mean, just before we go to all of that, I have some updates for you on the regular transfer conversation. Let's just take a listen to that. And right after that, we'll talk straight about Moses Caicedo, Romeo Lavia, Liverpool, Southampton, and then Brighton and Hove Albion. Great. So yeah, guys, we are back.
Thomas Tuchel, episode building BB were buying, and I've said it several times. At Bayern, Thomas Befer Jumani last season, and causing no more expected. Now there have been the sack of Oliver Kahn, Hassan Salihamidzic, every team in him. Before then, it was Julian Nagelsmann. You didn't see in the Champions League this season. Bayern wants an onslaught, and if you ask any analyst, Adetino Muja Julian Nagelsmann, who at the time was one of the youngest managers, best at the time, no one could find Thomas Tuchel. It was because that time, no, it was an opportunity for them to get the best German manager available. Because they knew, say Carlo Ancelotti free Madrid, Thomas Tuchel may be courted by Madrid. And that's exactly how they went full throttle on Tuchel. Almost the same Mama Tuchel. They have brought in a Chironum. Almost last season. Only two big mistakes against Man City. Nina down to die Upamecano. They are issued to Upamecano Bobon Wechonum. So they've gone to Napoli and brought in Kim Jae-min. South Korean, very, very good ball play center back. 6'3", aggressive Wechonum. He's able to win all the duels and also a leader to play with either Delect or Abrante friend Upamecano. Now, this season, they have issues with Manono. Which only say Manono injury na Namubu pain. After now, he can't kick a ball. It's been maybe him. And the doctors in Bayern have said, say, one she was waiting about a passable cramp. It can be next year. Anything that Bayern have come straight via the prospect of Thomas Tuchel. So almost probably friend Kepa Arrizabalaga, who's a Janson Masoko International Milan, and they are speaking to Chelsea now. First of all, Bayern per Kepa on loan for this season for now. 3 million loan. The next season they buy for 40 million. But you see, I can't Kepa 2 years on a contract. So Chelsea now Kepa Monaco. Now he is a leader of Chelsea dressing room. One of the very few experienced players in Honor. Thomas Tuchel have a good relationship with him, and he believes that he can get the job done regardless. Say Uncle or Chelsea, Chelsea has to make a decision. But the Chelsea media Kepa, it will be on full sale. New a free Chelsea Football Club, not just on lane, but the talks are ongoing widely for a branch of friend Kepa Arrizabalaga. Gabi said this, and I'll add more to it. Who's Obisa Gabi? No, Obisa say, is the deal done? And Okacho saying it done. It's not done for just one reason. Bayern have now met the evaluation of Torian Mospe, 100 million. Omemiti. Daniel Levy worries in Nano wasn't the hard ones. Only the no so up the assured cash, 100 million. Whatever add-ons Bayern wanted to add, he knows that winning the Champions League goal king and add-ons in there on it. Harry Kane has the potential. He knows that matches that he's supposed to play, and Harry Kane, the add-ons will be hinged on. Harry Kane can get that done. He knows that if it's about winning the Champions League, so Harry Kane will come by a team, they can win the Champions League. That there was no worry. even if it's about Ballon d'Or, if the English national team to me calling him and Harry Kane is winning the Champions League, he may be on the podium sooner rather than later. So he knows the problem was never about add-ons, but then the assured cash that see my friend Victoria must be bit menya. How many 100 million number? Add-ons in Becca home. And they have accepted. Now Obeka last great. There was a funny development from Sky and the BBC say, "One shiny here, Harry Kane versus San Argent last minute. Obviously making decision this week. One should over San Argent and he'll stay at Tottenham Hotspur. Now, whilst Bayern and Spurs are in full agreements now, Nia Kenya say Harry Kane either today has to go to Ange Postecoglou. No one call Chairman Lavia honum. No one catch him so. Mate say yes, money is scar for me. Now mo you okay. Me so me you okay and I mean okay. He has the final words this year. Now Bayern for Nyomo Chan and say Harry Kane will accept to be with them. That is all. And so no the response come Chairman Lavia. Any Ange Postecoglou so beko. Okay, asima Olehones kind. 2 weeks ago, what Olehones said was simple. Say if Harry Kane will keep to his word, he knows to say he will be a Bayern player. So, Harry Kane just have to do their job for them in the Champions League. If Harry Kane joins that team with Kim Jamin, any other very good goalkeeper they will get. They are even looking at other goalkeepers, say Kobe Omo, the Dortmund for goalkeeper.
Yasin Bono again, and
Yasin Bono is a part of the list. Yasin Bono is there. Sevilla will not sell on loan Yasin Bono. Somebody Yasin Bono has to be straight cash. And with this, they will buy an hard on cash.
Because they minimum Yasin Bono again on the say. I think I buy
Lewandowski in a season. Original buying 11, 12.
I told you.
Yes. No, make even Lewandowski alone, Champions League in Kwa. So the first season in Kwa, Boma, Obesha 30, 40. That is the goals he was given. For Sadio money buy. For a lot of reasons, money could not give them the returns that they were expecting any money. Now, this is a fun. Let us cut it with money. Money costs Saudi Arabia. We need a proper striker that can assure us goals. The last time we said whatever the case may be, so when you Harry Kane at 100 million, the best deal for somebody that can assure you goals and can also lead the line and that's who Harry Kane is. Harry Kane may goals now.
Okay.
He will give them 20, 25, 30. Unless Bayern idea you say Ibra. That we can't foresee. But Harry Kane and Ibra, and he's going to the German Bundesliga. You expect him to score, or he will hit the ground running for them. Obaswa, Saint Gnabry, any Abante friend Leroy Sané can play good football. Again, if you want to play in the 4-4-2 sort of diamond, that's how Abante friend Jamal Musiala right in front of them. Mind you, Harry Kane these days has been combining very well with Son Heung-min. Or drop here, only Jamal Musiala will combine very well. They will create a lot of scoring chances for team friend Bayern. With this, they need to compete. And you do quarter final, same year, then you come back to Germany. No, King Jamin Chilonum, delete age now. I say, whoever you are playing with, you are having Pavard or Nazraoui or whoever, if you want them, you have Kimmich, Leon Goretzka, not the best, but they play together for a while now and they can. Up right in front of them, Jamal Musiala and Elias can get the job done. Mind you, Ryan Gravenberch are still on the bench, and it's a team that can win. So for me, if they get this, it's time for Bayern to go full.
Bayern know him so goalkeeper already. I don't mind.
Because Bayern have not managed the players very well. Pavard himself, Bayern, he's surplus to demands. Into Onyama United Obeko. Again, Pavard offers Manchester United a lot of versatility, which a fullback that can play as a fullback. And when we are discussing fullbacks, there are two parts of the conversation. We're discussing a fullback as somebody that likes to go high and wide. And say, yeah, attack a ball line quickly. Pavard can give you that. And classical example was when he was playing for France at World Cup in Russia 2018. Coming into these areas, making sure that he deals with Angel Di Maria, then finds the ball here to score a wonderful goal against Argentina. Apart from that, these days, we say a lot of fullbacks should be able to play inverted as some form of a midfielder. Pavard gives you that as well in central areas. So about inverted. While apart from that also, say more in a 3-back. And you need an outside centre back Pavard gives you that option. So Harry Kane is going. Manchester United see a very, very big opportunity. Oh, Benjamin Pavard, check or versatile. Or you play a bit as a proper fullback, can play across the back line at least 3 positions. And he's also very experienced. Playing in the World Cup, in Champions League, and in Germany, he offers Man United a lot more. But there's a little problem, which we're a little bit torn. Say, oh, Yankofa will be a versatile in my team. And as you bet me a younger, more prospective, better centre backer. This time, your friend Jean-Claude Todibo. Another very, very good centre back. A Barcelona boy. Now, also time now Barcelona, not audience or a top guy. He's here who's Unyobia. He has gone on loan to the German Bundesliga, learning the trade back. Barca Hieska. Some more centre back, now some more there. You look at Jean-Claude Todibo with that 30 million. The problem is 30 million. Will it be enough to get Todibo? And I say, will it be enough to get a bunch of friend Pavard? Mind you, apart from Pavard and Todibo, there is also Operation Amrabat that needs to be done. We will see how the next few days will go for Manchester United in Summer-City.
So yeah, guys, we are back. You see, the Caicedo Chelsea conversation is funny. If you're a Chelsea fan, you just need to get to that. Brighton did this. They are literally putting information in the media to get people to come on. So yesterday, there are reports that Chelsea had bid via David Austin of the Athletic, Southampton, 48 million for Romeo Lavia. And I remember I did a video and I said that's going to be perfect because these two players are a complementing pair. If you have Lavia and you have Moise Caicedo and you have Enzo Fernandez, it is literally perfect. Like it's a perfect midfield balance you will get in terms of the off the ball shape, with the ball shape, counter pressing, every other metric that you look at, every other principle of play that's important in a modern game. These midfielders give you that dynamic. And I also mentioned that with somebody like Tyler Adams being mentioned, Tyler will probably be seen in the light of a backup and depth, squad depth, which is also very important. I mean, if Arsenal has Partey, Jorginho, Bryce, Odegaard, Fabio Vieira, Emil Smith-Rowe, I mean, it tells you how much it's important to have midfield depth, especially in the English Premier League, especially in modern day football where injuries come thick and fast. So with guys like Leslie Ugochukwu, with guys like Tyler Adams, with guys like Andre Santos, they were definitely going to be squad depth. But Chelsea need the main guys to start the job on Sunday. Now, wide reports from Jacobs Ben, from Nezai Cancela, all the pro-Chelsea journalists are reporting that Chelsea's plan is to unveil Moise Caicedo, to get him in Stamford Bridge. Whether it's an unveiling or for him to come and watch the game against Liverpool, they want Moise Caicedo there. Now, in the last few days, Caicedo sort of has stayed away from training. Brighton said, hey, there's a hamstring injury. Caicedo is seen in London with his agent, and Chelsea feel like they're going to get close. Again, I personally have had conversations with a lot of Ecuadorian journalists. Of course, they are going to be pro-Caicedo. And they said that they've heard from their Chelsea sources that Chelsea are going to put in a huge bid for Caicedo, and it's going to be a ticket or leave it, a final bid for him. And they were expecting that to come. Now, after Chelsea bid Romeo Lavia yesterday, we heard this morning that Chelsea are going to go in with a huge bid for Moise Caicedo. They are in talks with him, 90 million plus 10, and it's going to be in the region of 100 million. And throughout the window, if you follow the conversation, this is exactly what Brighton have said they wanted. They wanted the region of 100 million, and Chelsea are going to give them 100 million. Now, all of a sudden, Paul Joyce, and every other people that report for Liverpool comes to say that, you know what, Southampton have turned down Chelsea's approach for Romeo Lavia because they feel like they want more for Lavia. The evaluation is 50 million and more. Then goes on to say, after a few hours, that Chelsea, Liverpool have actually tried to think about Moise Caicedo and they would want to get him. Yes, Liverpool. Caicedo is a quality player. He's a top-notch player. Every team would want to get him. Liverpool, Chelsea, Man City, everybody. He's a top guy. And I've said for a hybrid midfielder of his age, 21 years, very durable. He's a Ecuadorian, very tenacious. Everything that you want from a midfielder. He's going to be the guy to take teams to the next level. So yes, teams were supposed to go in and get him. Now, whilst all of this has been said, it appears that they are saying that Liverpool haven't put in a final bid, but they are preparing to put in a bid. Now, that is it. It's the same as the Declan Rice Arsenal West Ham conversation. Arsenal went in for the first bid. By the time we wake up, they said, oh, Man City are going to put in a bid. and they're going to challenge them. By the time I realize Arsenal had finished that bid, Caicedo is Chelsea's to lose. Chelsea have personal terms agreed with him long ago. They just have to get the job done. Chelsea are getting closer and closer. All the stress around the Caicedo deal is because it's getting closer and closer. Chelsea, on the other hand, wanted to play Brighton by making it look like they are going to bid for Lavia, who is a backup option for them. Liverpool, on the other hand, wanted to play Southampton by making it look like they are going to bid for Caicedo. Then they are going to go away from Lavia. Southampton needs the money. They are in relegation. You're not going to get so much as if they were in the league. Now, Brighton also wanted, this was what Brighton have always wanted, a seemingly bidding war for them to get their players. So the players they are just circling around him. But I know that the next 48 hours, actually, Friday and Saturday in Ghana, is going to be very, very important for Moises Caicedo. However this ends up, just know that you should be very careful of how you pick up information. Look out for keywords and certain words, and people who have reputations to protect. It's really about the waiting game. Chelsea fans have waited for so long, but how do you get Chelsea over the line for Moises Caicedo? If there's anybody I can trust this summer, I think I can trust Joe Schultz and Stewards and Wayne Stanley to get this job done for Chelsea Football Club. But wait, I'm very confident that Chelsea are going to get Moises Caicedo. Let's see what tomorrow holds. Yeah, guys, thank you very much for tuning in with me here, Fiifi-Manfred, the Counter Press. But waiting for Caicedo. I can't wait. Moises Caicedo.